Anthony Davis, what is it? 3 years, 186?
Yes.
Is that the number I saw? 3 years, $186 million extension to stay with the Lakers. He is now through 2026, I think is the
2028.
2020. Oh, right. Oh, because he
has 2 years on.
He's
His
still,
total,
he's
getting 270 over the next 5 now.
That's right. Ooh, good agent.
Good agent.
Yeah, shout out to Clutch. Goodness, oh my God. 4% of that. That's pretty good. All right. So Anthony Davis is going to stick with the Lakers. No real shock there. Ever since he found his way to the Lakers, we've known this is a match made in heaven. They win the title in the first year with him. And this is someone they obviously very much believe in. This is someone whose health can make or break a Lakers season, as we've seen plenty of times. So I guess my question isn't about like, is this a good sign? We knew the signing was going to happen. We knew this was it. We knew he wasn't going to James Harden this thing, get somewhere and decide, I don't want to be here. Let me go somewhere else. I guess, Mo, what do you think the Lakers' plan is with AD in a post LeBron world a couple years from now, whenever that is?
I think they're passing the torch to him, right? That was always kind of the plan. And the hope is having a superstar makes it easier to attract the next superstar. And being in LA, being the Lakers, that's really the plan. Is somebody really good is going to be a free agent in 2026, 2027, or 2028. And we'll have a run at them because we have AD and they'll want to play with AD. And I think that's kind of the hope that the Lakers are holding on to by signing him to this extension.
Trey, is AD one of those guys? In the sense that like people are like, yeah, I got to play with him. Now, maybe if he wins another title here with the Lakers, maybe that changes, but I still feel like it's going to be a very LeBron-centric title no matter how it goes.
The appeal is not with AD. It's solely with LeBron. And even still, guys at this point are second guessing it. Like, why would I go over there where I can go play with Steph Curry or go play with Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid at this point? But at the end of the day, good for the Lakers. They're not getting nobody else. So you might as well lock him up, pay him what he is. I've seen some Laker fans groan, but like, be honest. Who are y'all going to get? At this point, you got to hope that you always draft well and you get some type of steal and they become a player.
But they always get somebody. It's LA. Like, it's not just the draw of playing with AD, but it's also getting to play in LA. And you know, we always do that, but they always tend to get free agent guys. I mean, they've done pretty well.
Look, no, they've done pretty well.
They don't get no free agent guys. They get trades.
They had a situation where, like, prior to LeBron deciding I want to be in Hollywood, right? Like,
that was the draw. That's the draw. Like, I'm not trying to say it was the Lakers
for sure, but they also they struck out for a long time. Right. Like, I don't think you can, I mean, LaMarcus Aldridge needed an extra. This is my favorite recruiting story is like LaMarcus Aldridge wanted an extra meeting with the Lakers just to be like, what's the basketball angle of all this? Like, what do you guys want to do on a basketball court? Like, I need to know what I'm considering here. And so, like, you know, I think Jeanie Buss has done a really good job of helping right the ship, and they've got a good foundation in there. Like, yeah, Rob Pelinka has been shaky, but that front office, like the scouting department's phenomenal. Like for the most part, they're in really good shape, and it is LA, and there's a draw and everything. But I don't know if you can just assume, oh yeah, they'll get other guys. Like, eventually, yes, but in terms of like in the immediate, we saw, I don't know, like, not a decade, but pretty damn close to a decade of them not really getting the people that they were targeting.
Yeah, and that was when you had Mitch Kupchak and what was it, Jerry Buss? Which one? Jim Buss, right?
Jim Buss, yeah.
Jim Buss was running the team, and those guys were not good at selling the whole idea of becoming a Laker and all that stuff. Like, I think that goes to part of it as well. I mean, Mitch Kupchak doesn't even believe in tampering. Like, there's no way you're going to compete in the NBA anymore if you don't believe in the tampering.
You have to tamper.
Yeah, you have to. You
just have to gamble that the NBA is not going to do the 1 out of every 50 is, all right, we're sending a memo, guys.
Yeah, well, what's the NBA going to do when they catch you tampering? Take away a second round pick?
Right, yeah.
Ooh,
well,
worth it.
If you put it in writing, they'll take away the player 4 first-round picks. Yeah, there's a Minnesota thing.
Well,
like that, but
they've all learned. They've all learned from that.
Yeah, just don't put it in writing.
But like, when they what has been the penalties for tampering? It's been nothing. So why? But I just think, again, back to the real thing is just, somebody will eventually want to be a star in LA. It's not so much, maybe the draw is not so much AD, but it's nice to have.
I guess the question is with AD, are they going to get somebody like whoever the next star is that's available and they have cap space or they have the trade or whatever that situation is where they can acquire that person? Is it when AD is still good, still in his prime, still that, or like to kind of keep that going? Is it a true pass of the torch where they're still building in real time, or is it it's like 4 or 5 years and then they got someone else, because that's the important part here. We know the Lakers have a good setup. They fucked it up and then they fixed it. They fixed it at the trade deadline. And you look at this roster and like, that's a damn good roster. Like, I don't know if it's title worthy, but it's a damn good roster, especially compared to what this thing looked like a year ago. Trey, does that look like something where they keep it moving in like almost like a factory line, or is that factory shut down for a little while in terms of creating a title contender once LeBron's gone?
I don't think it completely shuts down. I think there will be like first round exits.
Yeah. I'm not saying miss the playoff. I'm just saying can they actually keep guys coming in and contending and everything?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's absolutely tough, right? Not.
Yeah, because the whole pitch right now is to play with those two.
Right.
If you only come on with one, it's like, oh, I actually got to do some work.
No, and it's not the one people generally think of, right? Yeah,
right. Because not only you got media push, you got fans push. You know what I mean? Like, cool, you might get a shoe out in China, but at the end of the day, you gotta deliver.
Yeah, you gotta deliver. Yeah, and I think my question there is just mostly like, all right, do we really trust Rob Pelinka now? Right? He did a good job of fixing it. I mean, maybe he learned from his mistakes of like, oh, I really messed that up. I gotta stay solid. Like Jovan Buha wrote something, I don't know, a month ago, about how like the Lakers had essentially like not gone for the flashy name and just decided like, let's be solid here in our offseason. And maybe the most questionable thing they did was Rui for 3 years at 50-something million or whatever. And even that, like, look, I think he still needs to prove it, but it's not that bad of a deal. Like, if that's the worst thing that they've done this offseason, that's pretty good.
They got really lucky. No team decided to throw a massive offer at Austin Reeves. Like, they did a good job of scaring everybody away.
Yeah.
To get Austin Reeves at, what was it, like 54 or 56?
Like yeah.
Like that was the one that really would have broke their back, right? If some team said, fuck it, massive overpay for Reeves.
Yeah.
Then they're in a different situation. But they did a good job. And I think you kind of got to just, I trust Pelinka, but I'm not forgotten the mistakes he's made in the past, right? Yeah. Like, it's like, he still has a tendency to do something stupid.
So we want to